In this video, we're going to take a look at Postman Mock Servers. Let's start with why people use them. Mocks come into play at different stages of the API development lifecycle. If your team is set up so that there's a front-end and back-end developer, or mobile engineers and API engineers, you can use mock servers in the earliest design part of the process. Say you want to begin development on the UI, but the endpoints aren't done yet. Instead of waiting for the endpoints to be built and then deployed, you can use Postman to spin up mock servers to simulate a server response. The UI developer can get started right away working against the expected response, and when the endpoint is ready, swap out the fake API with the real API. Let's get started. I'm going to be using the Postman standalone app for Mac OS X. I'm on version 6. Make sure you have a Postman account and you're logged in. You can add a mock to an existing collection, but in this example, we're going to create a brand new mock server from scratch. In the top left corner, click the New button. This is a quick way to create a bunch of Postman basics like requests, collections, and environments. But you can also create more advanced stuff. Click Mock Server. Every mock requires two things. The first is a unique path, like demo. The second is a response body. We can enter some plain text here, like example body. So we've entered two things, a unique path and a response body. We're only going to mock one request, but you could add more here if you'd like. Click Next. Let's name our mock YouTube demo. I'm not going to select an environment, and by default, the mock will be public so that anyone can access your mock server. If you want to make it private, check this box, and then you can use your Postman API key to access this mock. Go ahead and click Create. So we wanted a fake API. Now Postman has created this mock endpoint for us on the Postman server. Let's close this confirmation. By creating a mock server, we can now see that Postman generated a collection called YouTube Demo that contains our mock request. And in this drop-down at the top, we also created an environment that contains the value of our mock endpoint, plugged into the URL using the double curly braces syntax. Let's try it out. To send a request to our mock endpoint along with our unique path /demo, click Send. At the bottom, this is the response we saved to our mock. Plain text example body. Now I changed my mind. I think we should have a different response. In the top right, click on examples and select the default we already created. This is where we can rename our example, update the HTTP verb, add some headers, return a different status code, or update our response body. So I changed my mind. I want the mock to return JSON demo better. Save your updates. And now when I return to the mock request, previously we saw a plain text response, and now when we send the request, we can see the response body is new, like we saved to our example. At this point, you can update the example again or add new ones, maybe for an unsuccessful response. Once you decide what the API should return, development can begin. And once the real API is built, hopefully behaving like the mock, you can then swap out the fake or mock API for the real API. Besides prototyping, people also use mocks for testing, debugging. Knowing exactly what your response is at a certain point in your workflow allows you to isolate issues and debug. And that's it. If you're using mocks or just trying it out, let us know what you're up to in the comments below.